Hey guys, hopefully you've been keeping up with Google I/O this year. For anybody who doesn't know, Google I/O is Google's developer conference that's been taking place over the past few days. As such, there's a lot of information that involves Android developing in particular. Now there's a lot of stuff that was discussed, from Android P to changes with Kotlin, and other things involving Android development. But what I want to focus on specifically is things that we've covered in AID and how they may have changed after Google I/O. By far, the biggest change that has come from Google I/O for AID is a reworking of material design. The entire material design guidelines have been changed and updated to reflect new material design, which they're not exactly calling material design 2. The biggest thing about material design now is theming. So where before we had a specific palette and specific colors, now we have a lot more flexibility. We can choose things and customize them, and material design will conform to actually incorporate those things. Now, the changes in material design are huge. Like I said, the guidelines were completely remade. So I'm going to attach some videos that'll give you an idea of exactly how you're supposed to use material design now, and I highly recommend that you go through the material design guidelines again. I personally am still going through it to get all the nuance of it, but it's something that we're going to have to take over time. In addition to that, they've hinted that in the future, Android development will be primarily single activity. Now, we had already seen some changes to fragments where they had suggested that we only use support fragments and not the SDK fragments, as SDK fragments have been deprecated moving forward. And now it seems like they're going to lean towards single activity applications, which is going to lean a lot more toward fragments. Now, that doesn't mean you're never going to need to make a second activity, especially when you're dealing with older code bases. You're obviously going to run into situations where there are going to be other activities. But it does mean moving forward, it seems like they're going to recommend single activity application. So again, just put together this playlist, and this playlist will cover at least some of the changes that have happened that involve AID, so that you've taken AID before, or if you're in AID now, or even if you want to get up to date before you get into AID. These are some of the things that you should expect. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.